Well, people living at a Cameron apartment complex are asking for help. They say it floods every time it rains.
I know, and when you're in this situation, you start looking at the sky and saying, oh no. Recently, flooding has gotten so bad, it's gotten into these people's homes. 6 News reporter Adriana Alexander visited the complex and saw the damage for herself today. Adriana, pretty bad, huh?
Guys, it's really, really bad. And according to tenants I talked to today, this has been an ongoing issue since these apartments were built in the early 2000s. Now things have only gotten worse and people feel like their living conditions are being disregarded.
Well, it's the first time it ever happened here. All this water here, but this is the first time it ever came in my apartment.
Tenants at William Trace Apartments in Cameron are fed up with the major flooding that happens every time it rains. And tenants say this is nothing new.
This happened, and then just last week, the whole apartments, the floor flooded.
Since we moved downstairs, we had our first flood down here, but it's flooded 4 or 5 times before.
Flooding has gotten so bad that it's reached the inside of tenants' units who live on the first floor. William Trace is a complex that houses low-income and disabled families. They say they don't have the money or resources to keep cleaning up the mess. The question now is who needs to be held accountable.
The city says it's not their problem, and the apartment says it's not theirs, so let's just stay in this mess. Really both of their faults.
The leasing manager told me his hands are tied and there's not much he can do for residents. I then went to the city manager, Ricky Toe, to learn if this complex was initially built in a flood zone in the early 2000s. He says it's not a flood zone, but just a low zone.
The builder at the time knew it was in a low area, and I'm assuming the new owners knew that as well. So that is a private issue that is happening there. The city has tried assisting with them, and they have not taken any of the city's advice or support that we've tried to give them.
Tenants are now looking for help from the American Red Cross or FEMA and dread the next day it rains.
It's crazy that low-income, disabled people have to live like this.
Now, this is an ongoing story, so we will continue to stay on this 6 Fix and work to get some sort of resolution for these tenants, guys.
Yeah, the frustration. Oh,
right.
They finally get it cleaned up, dried out. Here comes the rain again. You say, oh no, not again.
I'm glad you're on top of it, though, Adriana. Thanks.